Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market report. Now, I hope all who watched the Nifty video yesterday made good money. This, as I had said, the 23,400 resistance level was key and is going to determine whether we have an up move beyond that or not. I was correct, as we basically gapped up to 23,400 and could not really go above it, as we went by, I think, 23 points or 22, 23 points above it, then came back down and closed about 5-6 points above it. So perfect resistance level, and anyone who had followed the option selling trading plan I had shared would have made very good money yesterday, as it was very simple as a trading session, as the levels did their job like they usually do. Now on to today's video. Now today I will not be discussing any of the news. This is, I don't think it is worthwhile for the Nifty, BANKNIFTY and Sensex, and as everything is going to be driven by the results which were released last night. So due to that, I'm covering Reliance Industries, Infosys and Axis Bank. We'll take a look at Reliance first and then take a look at the rest. Now, before we dwell into the numbers and everything, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button and click the notification bell, as it costs nothing and will be beneficial to the channel. Now, according to me, Reliance's results were good. This year they've posted a decent set of numbers, and even the growth on a year-on-year and quarter-on-quarter basis looks great. And it will be interesting to see how the street basically responds in today's trading session. Why I say it's good, as there's even been a margin expansion and all segments have done relatively well. So all that should benefit the stock today. Now, personally, I hold a lot of bullish positions in Reliance Industries, and I had not entered them yesterday. I had entered them basically 3 days before, as when it basically made a bottom. I entered via option buys, I entered via option sells, I sold P's, and I even entered via equity. So I'm very heavily long on Reliance, and it's already in a good profit. Even the option buy basically bought it around 15 and it's already at 25, 26. One of the things, and another one which I had bought it around 21 is at 35 or something like that. So they're already in a very good profit, and today's expectation, I believe they'll even go further, and the option sales also have decayed very well. So basically the option sales which I have of 1,250 and below, is actually the first time I sold in a stock option sales which were not, you couldn't even say they're in the money, because they're above the current price of the stock. That, as I was expecting this numbers to be very good, as Reliance had, and plus Reliance has had a very rough time. As if you look at the chart, the thing has just been in a constant decline. So the dead cat bounce was expected. Now, coming to a trading plan, according to me, as long as it stays above 1 to 50 and 1 to 20, the bullish story stays intact. And my option buys, for example, I've kept a profit stop. So if to guard roughly 60% of the profits, and the option sells naturally have a profit stop, but I won't worry until we are above 1 to 50 basically, for about the option buys and even the option sells. Now, what my trading plan is, as long as you're between 1,300 and 1 to 50, this is a box range. But the minute we break 1,300, then we'll be going to 1,320 and 1,340. These two are very important resistance levels, as they will sort of decide how Reliance performs in the coming weeks and not only today. This is if it clears these two, and if it goes to 1,365 and even has a drop after hitting that, it will have set itself up for a newer upward trajectory. And that is one of the reasons I entered even equity in Reliance, as I entered basically at this point, and if I get to take the right, let's say towards this, there'll be a very good profit made on the stock. So my trading plan for it is going to be pretty simple. Equity, if you're not in it yet, then if it breaks the high of basically yesterday and goes to 1,300, then you can consider a long to 1,340 and 1,365. Not a big range, because the gap up will have taken a lot of it. If it has a gap up or a very positive open, but according to me, that option selling trading plan. Now, as I said, my My basically PE cells of 1 to 50 and below are in a very good profit also. And how I'm going to be playing them, I've kept them with a profit stop. But if we go and we break 1,300 mark, then I will most likely go and sell P's below 1,300 too. Now, once we go towards this resistance level, we will get a pullback at some point. But as to basically today is Friday, and now next week we are entering the last 10 days of the month, the decay is going to be very good, and that will be beneficial to me as an option seller. Option buyers, I will be cashing out of them today, as they've already given a huge gain, and they've already given a huge gain before today markets open, and once the market opens today, that gain will increase. So I do not want to hold option buys across the weekend, as even though they're completely deep in the money options buys, they will still get affected by the weekend, and I don't want to sacrifice the profits I've made by taking a risk from going long from here. So that's it for Reliance Industries. Now let's take a look at Infosys. Now Infosys, I have not updated the levels from when I covered it last. This is as I have covered Infosys 3 times, and I've had to maintain the same levels, as it has just been trading in the box range which I had highlighted from the first video. Now, according to me, Infosys results were not bad, but people are wondering why the ADR is right now down. According to me, what is the thing with Infosys results is the same thing where I discussed when TCS results came out or HCL Tech results came out. The fact that the IT stocks are heavily reliant on foreign business. So yes, the results of profit increase has come, but then when you put that profit increase against the decline the Indian rupee is having, it removes its sheen. Basically, that shine from the whole concept goes away, and that is the reason basically even HCL Tech, after the video you can see that day it dropped hard. TCS, I had said 4,300 was a resistance strong. It gapped up and it has not been able to take out 4,300 until now. So that is the key reason that this has happened. Is yes, you can give positive results, and the top line guys, let's say the guys who are just looking at the numbers, let's say CNBC India or NETV Profit, all these guys are putting up. Yes, they will say, okay, this has increased by this many percentage points. But the guys who are deploying actual big money are going to compare it to many other factors, and when you compare it to many other factors, the shine goes away from the numbers, and they come neither good, neither bad, very average. So, my trading plan for Infosys, I do not hold any position in Infosys. I did not want to enter C or P cells, as it's been range bound for too long. So once it decides a side, if you're on the wrong side, you're going to pay very heavily for it. So that's why I didn't enter any option cells in it as of now. Now, according to me, as long as it's between 2020 and 1880, this is a box range. Why I'm not using the 1980 resistance? This is a good resistance zone. So even if it breaks 1980, it can go to 2020, but that's going to be the key hurdle. If it breaks 2020, that is when Infosys can get a big up move to 2060 and 2125. However, if it breaks 1880, expect a drop to 1790 to 1820. Now, what should be your trading plan for this if you're an equity buyer or option? According to me, equity buyer, don't buy. Even if the ADR is showing down and it gaps down in a big way, goes down, I don't think it's a buy. If you want to purchase the equity, it's a very short-term buy. Basically, about 2 days max you can hold it, and then you exit. But this is going to be more of a stock for option sellers and option buyers. Why I say that is, as I said, if it breaks 1880, then you're going to get a good shorting opportunity until 1790 and 1820. So that will end up giving a good option buy. And then option sellers, once it reaches this point, if the indicators are supporting, then they can sell P's below that. And the ones who are more risk averse can sell C's basically above 1980, or if it breaks 1880, they can sell C's even above 1880. So that's how I'm looking at Infosys. Will I trade Infosys? I am not yet sure. I held options basically until last week, but I exited because of all this, the results which are coming up. I didn't want to be in this season for it. If it breaks 180, I might enter CE cells and then wait for it to either hit this support or hit the 200 moving average, and then see if my indicators are giving a basically sideways signal or positive signal, and sell P's only then. But as of now, I have no clean trading plan of entering Infosys. Now next we're going to take a look at Axis Bank. Now when I take a look at Axis Bank, now Axis Bank, according to me, its results were neither good nor bad also, something like Infosys. Now Axis Bank is one which I do hold C and P cells both, as I until yesterday was in a dilemma of whether to enter option buys in it in terms of positional, but I actually did do it in intraday, got a small profit, but I did refuse to carry it as there was too much uncertainty over the upcoming thing, and the chart technicals were not making me that comfortable. Now, how I am holding Axis Bank as of now is, as I said, I'm holding C cells and P cells. I'm holding C cells above 1065, basically 1070 and above, and I'm holding P cells of 970 and below. So why have I entered that range? According to me, it will continue popping in within that range, and I did not enter them yesterday. As I said, yesterday I considered option buys, but option sales I had entered at roughly this point on last week, Friday 10th Jan, when even me and clients started looking at the indexes for option selling, and that's when we started looking at how to trade them for the coming week, which has benefited us in a big way. Now, what do I believe? According to me, as long as Axis Bank is between 1020 and 1065, it's a box range stock at that point. However, the minute it breaks 1020, then it will be going down to 985 and 970, which is a very critical support level. Why I say that is, if it breaks this support level, then it's a goner in the longer time frames. So, on the other hand, if it breaks now 1065, it can go to 100 and 120, which are key resistance zones, and breaks that 1150. So, how I'm looking at Axis Bank, if it breaks 1020, then the profit stop which I have set will take me out of all the PE cells with a gain. It's not a huge gain, but a nominal gain, and the C cells will ride on. If by chance it breaks 1065, then I will basically get profit stopped out of the C cells, which are in a bigger profit than the P cells, and the P cells will increase profit. As an option buyer, between this 1020 to 1065 range, I will not bother trading it. Only if it breaks out of that zone, I will look at it. But still, Axis Bank, I will look at everything right now for intraday only. If it by chance it falls to 970, then I will start looking at it from positional option buying plus option selling, fresh options, as I'll want to see if it's able to hold that level. And if it's able to hold it, then it can cause a very good dead cat bounce. If it's not able to hold it, then it's a further drop, which will be very sharp. It will be actually worse than what Axis Bank has had in the recent past. So that's my view on all three stocks. As said, I don't hold any positions in Infosys. I only hold in Axis and Reliance. Reliance, I'm pretty heavily in it. And let's take a look at how the trading session pans out. Those who are trading the Nifty, BANKNIFTY and Sensex, I believe basically the BANKNIFTY will be pulling the Nifty, trying to pull the Nifty's horses a bit, as Reliance will be trying to give a bit of a boost, but Axis Bank's results being this flat, I think might cause a bit of nervousness in the other banking sector stocks. So I think BANKNIFTY is going to be the one that's going to decide when the up move of the Reliance of the Nifty will stop, and whether basically everything will go on that way. So I think today will be an interesting trade dynamic even in the indexes, because as I said, BANKNIFTY will be trying to pull the other way, while Nifty will be pulling the other direction. So it should make a very good trading session for option buying. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell. Any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Any suggestions, drop them in the comment section below too. Thank you.